Hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you. It's 9 minutes with me from Rosie's Corner. It is a Fish Friday. Come on in, get your fish dinner, your sandwich, or your entree with your mac and cheese or coleslaw and French fries. Rosie's Corner is a proud ML Sports Platter sponsor. You can, of course, find them on Grubhub for the delivery option with that through the app, on Instagram, on Facebook, Chicken and Biscuit Wednesdays, Turkey Slop Tuesday, Meatloaf Monday, gift cards for the holidays. Get in here. Pizza, wings, pasta, hot and cold subs, and more. You name it, here at Rosie's Corner. And don't forget to grab some of those delicious sugar cookies, brownies, chocolate chip cookies, and more from the bakery here at Rosie's as well. Let's preview the Broncos and the Bills. This game, of course, out in Denver. And right away, the immediate thing you look at is the Denver secondary. There's no question to me with the depleted unit that they are, the Buffalo Bills have got to throw the football right out of the chute. In fact, last week against Pittsburgh on Sunday Night Football, I had mentioned how the Bills going into the game really could take control of the game by throwing right to Stephon Diggs in once the Steelers gave it to him, that man coverage. Well, the Steelers mixed up a little zone, mixed up a little bit man, and both defenses, I thought, came at the quarterbacks very smartly. I mean, Josh Allen was totally rattled in the first half by the Steelers' blitzes, and T.J. Watt, by the way, a non-factor in that game. Great job by Darrell Williams on the right side. But the Steelers' defense confused Allen. He was kind of deer in headlights a little bit, didn't know where the blitz was coming from. And on the other side, I thought the Bills' defense was spectacular against Big Ben Roethlisberger, closing in on him, filling lanes, etc., and getting turnovers. Taron Johnson, the big one, the pick six to end the first half. But boy, Denver, they may try to play some zone with the two solid safeties they have in P.J. Locke and Kareem Jackson, but if I'm the Bills, either way, zone, man, whatever, I'm throwing the ball right to Stephon Diggs and, work off the momentum from that Pittsburgh game in the second half where, the Bills started going right at Diggs in that man-to-man coverage. Diggs was all over the place. Credit Brian Dable for going right to him, finding that mismatch, of course, against the Pittsburgh Steelers without Joe Hayden at corner. The same situation happens this weekend, man. Tomorrow, this game, the Broncos have a depleted secondary. In fact, I would not be surprised to see the Broncos almost utilize Locke and Jackson in a sort of a hybrid role, playing a little safety, playing a little bit of corner. Do they go with a little bit of a soft zone? Do they, play up more on everybody else? They double team Stephon Diggs. Either way, I'm going to the air over and over and over again. Hey, if Stephon Diggs isn't open, you go across the middle to Cole Beasley. Go over here to Gabe Davis. You throw a screen to Singletary or Moss, depending on who's in. You go a couple of times, perhaps, to the tight ends if Dawson Knox can find his way in getting a linebacker covering him. So I think the Bills in this game, that is the absolute mismatch on the field. Regardless, one side versus the other, there's no question in my mind the Bills need to throw it, I would say 30, 35 times minimum in this game. I'd like to see Josh Allen come right out in 10 personnel, come right out with the four wide receivers, a running back standing right next to him in the shotgun, and throw the ball all over Hell's Half Acre. Do not sleep on a couple of guys in this game if Denver tries to blanket Stephon Diggs and take him out of the game. It's easy to say Cole Beasley over the middle, but I'm going to give you two other guys. I'm going to give you Dawson Knox, who I just mentioned, and Gabe Davis. Perhaps they can get some extra reps. And in the red zone, watch out for Gabe Davis as well. The youngster out of Central Florida. I love this pick by Brandon Beane. Again, a super, super gem pick by the Buffalo Bills general manager because he's a big, big target. Strong, 6'4", 220, 230. In the red zone, he leads the Bills with touchdown catches. And I think Gabe Davis in the red zone is a big, big deal because all we've heard about here this week so far is Denver's strength, red zone defense. Well, the Bills can take that away with all of their weapons, a potpourri of weapons, but namely Gabe Davis. He is a big-time red zone target. That's exactly why Brandon Beane went to get him. People look at Beasley. People look at Diggs. People perhaps look at a tight end. Well, oh, surprise, here's my third receiver. I guess in the case of the Bills, when everybody's healthy, the fourth receiver, John Brown, of course, is still out. He is going to be activated from injured reserve, but he will not play tomorrow against the Denver Broncos. This game, again, you have a couple other factors here. What's the air going to be like? How's that going to affect the Bills traveling? You don't have a raucous environment in the Mile High environment because of no fans. That will benefit the Bills. The Bills running, trying to stop the run is going to be another huge deal in this game. Denver has a couple of backs led by Philip Lindsay. They really like to run in between the tackles. We know this goes all the way back to the Mike Shanahan days of, Terrell Davis and the like. The Denver Broncos love to get the ball going on the ground. And I think the Bills stopping the ground game will be huge as well. I think the Bills, if they can stack the box, take away the run, and then blitz guys, blitz Micah Hyde, kind of quietly get Tremaine Edmonds in different spots like they've done against the Chargers, did against the Niners, did against the Steelers, where you can put him on the left there, almost acting like a stand-up linebacker, almost like a Lawrence Taylor type feel to it. I'm not saying Edmonds is Lawrence Taylor, and plus he plays middle, not outside in terms of linebacker, but they do like to move him around. He's sort of that versatile sort of Swiss Army knife, as you'd like to say. You can play him at middle linebacker, but then the next second, Leslie Frazier puts him about 5 feet to the left, and he can blitz from that left side. Then you put him on the right side, stand him up, and go at the quarterback, put him in the middle, delay the blitz a little bit, or go back to play across the middle and kind of guide and be the general for the offense and for the defense in coverage of a tight end or a receiver over the middle. So look for the Bills perhaps to stack up, try to stop the ground game, and then as a play action and a bunch of other things start to particularly take shape, the Bills can just go at Drew Lock, who, by the way, is a guy who is turnover prone. I think the Bills, at this particular time, you go out and throw the ball left and right. Again, same game plan, get Diggs involved, Beasley involved, Davis involved, whatever the case may be. You get the ground game a little bit here and there, but you try to win it with Josh Allen, win it with his arm, win it with his creativity, win it with him rolling out, getting guys involved. You've got a bunch of weapons to look at past Beasley and Diggs like Davis and Knox and McKenzie. And I think the Bills get the lead early, and then you force Denver to have to throw the ball with Drew Lock, a guy who can turn the ball over. This game is enormous for Bills Mafia because it's an opportunity to win the AFC East. The Bills have not won the division since 1995. I was 16 years old. This was the year before Jim Kelly retired, right? We were getting to the end of it. We were coming off the 4 straight Super Bowls, but still some hope that the Bills might make a deep playoff run. This was back in the heyday of the 1990s. And, man, if the Bills win on Saturday, I can't even begin to think about my man Del Reed with 26 shirts and all the other people making Bills champion, division champion T-shirts and hats and the like. I know I'll probably have to buckle down and buy at least a couple for myself and my wife, maybe even some gear for my kid, because it's just going to be such an awesome feeling if the Bills can win. Now, remember, the Bills can lose to Denver and still win the division if the Patriots take care of business against the Miami Dolphins. But this is a team, the Bills, that's very, very grounded. I mean, this has been a very, very difficult year. Bills Mafia, they've not been able to go to the games. The home schedule's been amazing. They've had the Steelers in the house. They beat the Steelers' opportunity to see Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Mahomes and Wilson. And there's no Bills Mafia. It's been a sad situation there that they've missed an opportunity to go see this football team play. But I think one thing is for sure that the fans have enjoyed it, and it should be a heck of a time for the team if they do win the division. And I think the Bills will get it done on Saturday against the Denver Broncos. I'm going to go 34 to 16 in this game. I'm going to go Buffalo in a little bit of a runaway. I think, again, throw the ball early, get the offense going that way, and then the run game to balance, and then pressure lock into turning the ball over. But this should be a victory. Again, it's any given Sunday, but right now, these two teams are completely on other sides of the spectrum. And Josh Allen, too much offense, too many weapons, too much there, too much in the red zone. Tyler Bass, look for him to have another big game with a couple of field goals. I think Buffalo takes it 34 to 16, and at the end of this one, will be the 2020 AFC East champions for the first time in 25 years. Mike Lindsley here from Rosie's Corner, proud ML Sports Platter sponsor. Come on down for the pizza, the wings, and Fish Friday, and their other themed food days like Chicken and Biscuit Wednesday, Turkey Slop Tuesday, and Meatloaf Monday, and grab your gift cards to stuff those stockings this holiday season as well. Thanks for watching all over IGTV, YouTube, and, of course, all the other platforms on social media. And as I always tell you, enjoy the games.